Ghana's Minister of Trade and Industry, Kobna Tahir Hammond, has indicated that the Sentuo Oil Refinery Limited's ambitions to start commercial production of petroleum products in the country will advance the government's industrialization agenda. He said the refinery, which can generate a total of 5 million metric tons of petroleum products per year over 2 phases, will be essential to the expansion of the oil and gas industry and to meet the country's needs for fuel. Speaking to media during a familiarization visit to the facility at Tema, the minister noted that the project is being constructed on the back of the One District, One Factory initiative. The first phase of the project is set to realize a production volume between 1 to 2 million tons per annum, with an estimated increase to about 2 to 3 million tons per annum when the second phase is done. According to him, after the refinery's second phase is completed, there will be enough petroleum products available to satisfy the entire country's fuel demands. Sited on a 110-acre plot of land, the Sentuo Oil Refinery is being built with $1.98 billion of investment. The project's initial phase is anticipated to begin in August 2023 after the conclusion and commissioning of combined tests. The Electricity Company of Ghana has commenced Operation Zero, a new statewide revenue mobilization campaign. This 2-month effort, beginning on Tuesday, 11 July through to 11 September 2023, intends to collect every unpaid debt down to the last pesewa. In a formal statement, the ECG emphasized that as part of the operation, it will thoroughly investigate customers' homes and companies that use electricity. It is thus collaborating closely with the security services, who will capture and prosecute anyone who obstructs the process. Meanwhile, ECG's Managing Director Samuel Dubik Mahama has toned down proposals for the company's revenue collection role to be privatized. On the heels of the present deadlock between the government and the Chamber of Independent Power Producers, several observers have intensified the calls for privatization. He, however, acknowledged that there are challenges that need to be resolved, after which, if it continues to record losses, the privatization conversation can be fairly considered. He said ECG is doing far better now than when it was under PDS, and that the calls for privatization are premature because to give a company away before identifying all of its customers would be throwing away a gold mine. The company's current main objective, according to Mr. Mahama, is to digitalize its operations in order to stop revenue leaks. It is currently in the midst of updating its operating practices to match the efficiency of a 21st century utility firm. Ghana's Energy Minister, Dr. Matthew Opoku-Prempeh, has been named the overall Africa role model in politics and governance at the 14th MTN Pulse Africa Role Model Awards held over the weekend in Kumasi. Organized by the Young Professionals and Youth Coalition, the award acknowledged the Energy Minister's role as one of Africa's most distinguished role models and transformational leaders in the corporate world, an elite listing of influential and inspiring leaders. The event's award winners, according to the coalition's president, Andy Osei Okra, represent the best selection of individuals who have excelled as transformative leaders and role models benefiting society. Dr. Prempeh, receiving the award, expressed his gratitude to the Almighty God for giving him the strength to faithfully serve his country and to motivate future leaders. He further intimated his wish for all Ghanaians to contribute to make the country great. With this award, the Energy Minister, who is also a Member of Parliament for Manhyia South, joins the ranks of previous award winners in this area, including former Presidents Rawlings, Kufuor and Mahama, the Asantehene Otumfuo Osei Tutu II. Eminent scholars and other prominent individuals are also included in this list. Togo's President Faure Gnassingbé has met the International Solar Alliance to strengthen collaborations in order to increase solar energy production and attract private investment into the country. The move for the Togolese government is part of efforts to create job opportunities and support its national development plan. Director General of the ISA, Ajay Mathu, noted that the meeting discussed ongoing projects such as the mini-grid project, which aims to provide affordable solar energy to populations, create jobs, and contribute to the development of rural areas. The ISA is a French-Indian project that was launched in 2015 during COP21 with the goal of encouraging the growth of solar energy in all of its member countries. Togo, a staunch supporter of clean energy, presided over the Alliance's Committee for Africa on numerous occasions. The global shipping sector has promised to cut greenhouse gas emissions to zero by or around 2050, but critics believe the agreement is fatally flawed. Ships emit about 3% of global CO2, but countries must now lower this to as near to zero as practicable by the middle of the century. Small island states have embraced the initiative, but environmentalists are outraged. They say the policy is ineffective and will do little to slow global warming. The global shipping industry is vital to international trade, transporting up to 90% of commercial commodities. However, this activity is very polluting because it uses some of the most carbon-heavy fuels to power ships' engines. It is reported that every year, these toxic smokestacks emit approximately the same amount of carbon as Germany. Chief Executive of the Global Maritime Forum, Johanna Christensen, said, "It is a remarkable improvement that the revised strategy now aims to achieve net zero emissions by or around 2050, and the introduction of indicative 2030 and 2040 checkpoints for emissions reductions sends an important signal to governments and industry. However, the revised strategy falls short to provide the necessary clarity and strong commitment for a just and equitable Paris Agreement-aligned transition." Many environmental groups have slammed the new agreement, arguing that it will do little to keep the planet below that critical temperature barrier. Visit energyghana.com or energyghana.com for more on these stories. Energy Brief is proudly brought to you by Airport View Hotel.
Energy Ghana TV. Local in focus, global in perspective.